Graph traversal. So there are two methods for traversing a graph. One is depth first traversal and second is breadth first traversal. So today we'll discuss about the first method, that is depth first traversal of a graph. So for this depth first traversal, consider this is as a given graph, and for this traversal we will need one dimensional array, and along with that we will need a stack. So initially our stack is empty and our array, the size of array will be equal to total number of nodes or total number of vertices which are present in the given graph. So here A to H edges are available, A to H vertices are available in this graph. That's why the array size is also similar to the number of nodes or vertices present in the graph. While writing algorithm for this, you can initialize all the arrow entries to 0 initially, and later on as you visit the node or as you visit the vertex, that particular vertex entry you can replace it with 1 to just to denote that the vertex is visited. And here we will visit each vertex only once. So let's start with this example. This is the given graph, and now as you can see, the edges of the graph are directed edges. That's why it is a digraph or a directed graph. So first of all, we need a starting vertex input from user for such type of traversal. So consider that the node D or vertex D is our starting vertex for the traversal. So initially D will be added in the stack. That means that we have visited this vertex D, and to denote that vertex D is visited, its respective entry in the array will be replaced with value 1. And now here we will be representing the output of the visited node. So D is visited node, so that is displayed in the output. After this, the next step is we need to check the nodes which are adjacent to this visited node. But along with that, as it is a directed graph, we need to check whether direct path from this node D is available to its adjacent node or not. So here in this example, node C is adjacent to D, which has direct path from D to C. Similarly, node F is also adjacent to node D. Node E is also adjacent. Along with this, node G is also adjacent. But we can't consider this node as there is no direct path from node D to node G. The arrow is in opposite direction. That means there is path from G to D, but no path from D to G. So we can't consider this. Now we have three adjacent node to node D, C, F and E. Now from these three adjacent node, which one to select first? So for selection, we will consider the alphabetical order or the order in which the adjacency list is presented. So alphabetically node C comes first. So first we will visit node C. So C will be added in the stack and its respective entry in the array is represented with value 1 to denote that C is visited. And as it is visited, we are displaying it in the output also. After this, all of you know the basic terminology or the basic working principle of stack. Stack is last in, first out. So the element which is at the top of the stack will be processed first. Now C is at the top of the stack. Now that's why we need to look at the nodes which are adjacent to C and where there is a direct path from C to its adjacent node. So now if you look at this given graph, there is no node where we can go directly from C. So there is no node adjacent to C. That's why no node adjacent to C. So we cannot continue with C. So we need to backtrack. For backtracking, we need to remove this node C from the stack, and removal of top element from the stack is called as pop operation. So pop stack and restore to previous state. Now we have restored to previous state where D is the top element in the stack. Now again look at the adjacent node which are adjacent to node D. So again we have C, but C is already visited, so we cannot consider this. Then another next node is F and E. So out of this, E will be visited first as it is the if we are considering the alphabetical order. So E comes before the F. So next node will be added in this tag is node E, and we will visit that node. So visited, that's why it is represented with 1, and in output also node E is visited. So in stack, node E is at the top of the stack. Now check for the nodes which are adjacent to node E, and that is only one node, that is G. So next node which we will be visiting is node G. So that will be added in the top of the stack. So G will be added at the top of the stack and G is visited and it is displayed in the output. Now top element in the stack is G now. Now look for the nodes which are adjacent to G and which are unvisited. So there are two nodes which are adjacent, H and D. Out of these, D is already visited. So we will select node H. So H will be added at the top of the stack, and here we will visit H, and H is displayed in the output. Now top of the stack contains node H. Now which are the nodes which are adjacent to H and is not visited? So for that again we have two options, node A and node B. So alphabetically we will select node A. So A will be added in the stack and its respective entry in the array will be represented by 1, and again as A is visited it will be displayed in the output. Now top element is A. Now we'll check for the node adjacent to A and unvisited. So there is only one option available, node B, which is adjacent to A and it is yet not visited. So next node B will be added in the stack and we will visit the node B and it is displayed in the output. So B is visited. Now top element is B. Check for any other node which is not visited and it's adjacent to B. So there is no other node which is adjacent to node B. So we need to backtrack. That means we need to pop the element B from top of the stack. Now we have restored to previous state, that is at node A. Again at node A we don't have any other adjacent node which is unvisited. So again we need to backtrack. So backtrack means pop A from the stack, and now we have restored to previous position, that is node H. Again at node H there is no adjacent node unvisited. So again backtrack. So pop H from the stack. Now we are at state of node G. So at G also there is no other node which is unvisited and adjacent to G. So again backtrack. So pop the element G from the stack. Now we have restored at node E. So from E also there is no other node adjacent to E and that is unvisited. So again backtrack. So we are now at node D. So there is one node which is adjacent to D and yet not visited. So F will be added at the top of the stack and F will be visited. As it is visited will be displayed in the output. And now again from F there is no other node which is unvisited and adjacent to F. So backtrack, that is pop F from this stack, and now we have restored at node D. So again at node D, no unvisited node adjacent to D. So again backtrack D. So D will be popped out from the stack. Now if you look at the stack is empty. That means our depth first traversal is done. That also means that all the nodes which are there in the graph are now visited. So this is how depth first traversal is performed. Now let's have a quick look at the depth first traversal algorithm. So first of all for all the vertices of the graph, visited of I is 0. That means that you need to create a one-dimensional array, and size of that array will be equal to total number of vertices of your graph. And initially, all the entries of that given array will be initialized with value 0. Then next, push V. Now this V is the starting vertex which we will be accepting input from user. So push that starting vertex on the stack, and its entry in the visited array will be now replaced with value 1. Now this indicates that we have visited that starting vertex V. Now next, as we have visited the vertex V, we need to pop it and print that for the output. Now, next step, we have to look for the vertices which are adjacent to vertex V. So for the vertex W, for example, which is adjacent to V, we need to check if that vertex is not yet visited, then we will add that into the stack. And as we can add that into the stack, we need to visit that, and that's why its respective entry in the visited array will be now replaced with value 1. So 1 indicates that that particular node is visited, and 0 indicates that that particular node is still unvisited. And we will repeat this step until all the adjacent nodes are visited.